Thank you, my dear. Namaste, everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadhguru Shri Mujiji ki Jai. Somebody is calling me to tell me to say something. Yes, yes. All the way up.
Sometimes I need this closeness.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a stupid remark.
Huh?
It's such a stupid remark.
Which one?
This wanting closeness.
Wanting to.
It's so stupid.
No, it's okay.
Seemingly so, because something up close to you feel that how can you be more closer than it's not a physical thing. Just Sadhguru comes outside to be here,
Yeah.
to show you he's here. And that's
So now,
closer than close.
yes. Now, how will you leave this closeness?
Only mind takes you away. Thoughts, believing in them. And all, every concept takes you away from them. Too much
Concept, yes.
takes you away from
Yeah.
them. But yet you need them. You need the masters to drive home the fact that
So, master's concepts are available to you just so that we can be free of all concepts.
yeah, a lot of jargon actually.
Some need jargon, some have an aversion to jargon. Both are okay because they're approaching it intellectually
Mm,
with this understanding. The conceptual framework should be proper. I understand that also because I've been there.
mm.
See? And some when these words come like this, I just want to run. It can feel like that. Both are
Mm.
possible. Oh, we could have gone together, right? So, jargon or no jargon? If the point of the jargon, if the point of the concepts and of the silence is to see that I need no concept. Now, how is it without a concept? Without a concept, how is it?
Nothing to say. What is there to
Yeah.
say?
Is it a sad, like a depressed, nothing to say? Oh, there's really nothing to say. Or it's just neutral, nothing to say. Or joyful, nothing to say.
For me, it's always I'm a, it's a very hard thing for me.
Hard thing.
Hard,
Yes,
hard,
yes,
very hard, very. There's laughter and tears, and that sort of thing for me. Because before I came to you, I practiced so much of devotion,
yes.
and I think temperamentally also, that's that's my
Yes,
kind of way,
closer to your heart.
my kind of way.
Yes.
Although I did go through a lot of stuff, yeah, learning a lot of stuff, yeah. So I taste both of it.
Yes.
There is a collapse, even in devotion. The surrender, the love is so. It's so. It's it's too sweet. Yesterday when I was in Satya Sai Baba ashram, mm, melting, melting with devotion,
Yes.
with the song, with the heart. To permanence. That was, I don't know, for me, I was just, uh, it didn't, I tasted the sweetness, but
Yes.
I didn't understand that, the truth, like flowering of being, seeing, I mean, presence, although it is all there, but as a terminology, while introspecting, enjoying presence, but not knowing at that moment that's presence. But in your presence, the flowering was so beautiful without the devotion. And then the devotion came to you. It took a long time
Yes.
for me to surrender at your feet. There was a lot of block
Yes.
because they came from Satya Sai Baba,
Yes.
Amritandamai.
Yes.
Too much of love,
Yes.
incredible love. Yeah. And so there's a collapse of the subject object in devotion as well, isn't it?
Yes, of course.
But I don't know, I can't point to it. Maybe you feel lost in it. You're totally no identity at that time. But at that moment, you're really that. Well, because I gave that up a little while, and then it was only satsang and a lot of
So let's look at something interesting which you say, which is that for the me, whatever I was doing was not finding a permanence in it.
hmm,
Yeah?
yeah,
So that which is permanent, is it, by definition implies is not coming and going. Permanent means permanent, not coming and going. Is it? Me is also coming and going. So this me itself cannot find permanence.
yes.
So when we are looking for that which is permanent, then we find that it cannot be reliant on this sense of me. Yeah? So what happens in devotion or inquiry? Lost in devotion, lost, completely lost. What gets lost? This sense of me.
Mm,
I cannot find myself. Only you are here. You see? So this you now that is being referred to in devotion is the permanence, is the permanent, not coming and going. The me got lost, drowned, dissolved, whatever you like to say. Same thing in the inquiry. Cannot find the me. Is a label for what? Please tell me. You see, that's the question which many sages have asked. There's a beautiful Indian sage called Bulle Shah. I don't know whether he was Indian actually. Indian. So he has this song. No? I cannot figure out who is this Bulle Shah. Cannot understand what the label is for. You see? So what's happening there? The me is getting lost. Cannot find who Gopala is. Who is this label for? So because either he is drowned in devotion or in introspection, cannot find this me. Then that which remains is permanent. So if you let go of all that is temporary, then what remains? We do this together. Outside, temporary or permanent?
Outside is temporary.
Say in the mind.
Yeah, outside is temporary.
Temporary, changing all the time.
Yeah.
All the attachments, relationships, everything that was there 20 years ago, very few of them might still be there. And it might seem like you're so attached to them that you cannot live without them. And yet you're here you are. So this outside, temporary, everything constantly changing. Okay. This body, temporary or permanent?
Temporary. Temporary.
Temporary. Even every cell in the body has been replaced from 3 years ago. There's not a single cell which remains here that was here 3 years ago. So
Even the teeth.
even the what makes up the teeth, yes,
1 year
within 1 year,
everything is
everything is changing. Therefore, temporary, so changing. Then our thoughts, temporary or permanent? Emotions,
temporary.
any phenomenal sensation, perception, temporary or permanent?
Everything is temporary.
Temporary. So then, if you're looking for permanence, then we cannot look to any of these. Cannot look to feeling, thought, sensation, body, outside environment, nothing. Because we're looking for that which is eternal. And we have seen that all of these things is temporary. So now what is left? Not theoretically, not jargon. But what is left? You say not this, not this, not this, not this. Then what is left?
That which is.
That which is. And this which is not changing, unchanging. Go to find this.
Just be there. Don't go away.
Even the going away, can it really happen?
Can't happen.
Because if that which is, then how can you go away from this, that which is? Only attention can go away.
But even then, it happens with
Everything happens
substance.
within.
The only one substance
Yeah.
cannot change.
Yes.
Wherever it goes, that's a
Yes.
substance.
Yes.
So there is no going away. But
But
I can't feel as I can't.
feeling temporary or permanent?
Feeling is temporary.
Temporary. So will you find it in feeling?
Can't find it.
You say that I want to feel want to look for that. Already went through this and we said feeling also temporary. Now when you say I can't feel it, then how can feeling, which is temporary, report on that which is permanent?
When the master writes and reports in books or talks that everything happens in awareness, and there's the same substance,
Yeah.
and whether attention goes or not doesn't matter. There's no loss of that substance,
Yeah.
but um, oneness is not felt in me as a aspirant, an
Let's look
aspirant.
for only one thing at a time.
Huh.
We said we'll look for permanence.
Okay.
Huh? Let's stay with that permanence and then see if oneness is found or not. Because you say oneness is not found in the me. Now this temporary one came back.
Oh, the temporary one came back.
Because already you said this me is temporary,
Ah,
just
yes.
an idea, isn't it? So let's not go back to this one. And what is the separation? Don't refer to anything which is the separation.
And just seeing when there are objects or no objects.
Yeah.
When you established in the seeing, there's it's only oneness.
But now, as we are
No.
keeping all that which is temporary, we're not referring to any of that. When you say that which is permanent, you see, so that which is must be here. Now, without referring to that which is changing, can we find some separation?
There's no separation there. There's only that.
If there is no separation, that means it is oneness,
There's oneness.
isn't it?
But I'm here. My attention is totally here.
All I'm saying is, if we are looking for permanence, we kept aside all that is temporary because we are not interested in that which is temporary. We played all those games of temporariness. Now we say, I want something which is stable, permanent, unchanging, unmoving. Then we look. We say, this, which is, we can call it awareness, is permanent, unchanging. Now, if we don't refer to this, which was changing, then where is the separation? Where is the two-ness? What is separate here? Do you need to visualize something to say this?
No. I need to check. So when I'm checking, there's only that. There's only oneness.
Okay. What are the? There are only two ways in which you can report something. Either from direct checking like this, or from a conceptual mental idea. So that conceptual mental idea has been let go of because that is also temporary. Ideas keep changing. We had a different idea of ourselves some years ago. Now we have a different idea of ourselves. So we are not interested in that which is temporary. Now, when you check that which is seen, is that changing? Has that ever changed? So this is the unchanging. Now, as we are checking this, do we find any separation?
Anything can appear in that,
Yeah.
but yet
Then
that
it
is
becomes
that.
separate.
It doesn't become separate. Anything can appear in that. Any body, anything can appear, but that doesn't change. That's always there.
Yeah.
All objects can happen,
Yeah.
can be seen,
Yeah.
can pass, come and go. But you are established in that, and when you're checking, it's, nothing can happen to it. It's very simple yet very, it's the habit of not being there has to be broken.
You can say like that. How to break this habit?
Just not going
Just
anywhere.
don't go along with it.
Yes. Don't run along. Don't run away.
Yes.
Don't run along.
Especially, so what we are saying is, I want to give up on smoking. Say, for example. Okay? Now, the habit of smoking cannot be lost by smoking a very fancy cigarette. You see? So many times we take very fancy ideas and replace them for that which we felt was stale ideas. And these fancy ideas can be very spiritual also. So not even in that.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
All these fancy ideas,
Yeah.
different jargon, different terminologies, different approaches. Okay, it's all right. It's a different expression of different masters, but still is jargon. Still is jargon.
So don't pick up any cigarette now.
But the habit now, now I picked up and a better habit, listening to more jargon and more jargon, and
Yeah, so
it's
then you see that your lungs are still being killed.
I know.
In spite of all the jargon we might have, it is not the end of suffering.
Yes,
It's
yes.
not the end of identity.
I did not ended up. It's not. It cannot be the.
Cannot be.
Cannot be. It's like as you said, a fan, a more fancy
Yeah.
cigarette.
You
Even
went
that.
from some Charminar brand.
I started with that in the college because it's cheapest.
I know why. This
Char-
Charminar brand, and you went to what's an expensive one, Marlboro.
Wheels
So
and
can you
whatever.
stop? Can you stop the habit?
Charmina, that is so amazing because I studied with that cigarette in school.
I don't know why
In
it can be. I've never smoked it. I had friends who did.
So amazing. That's a good analogy. Yeah.
Don't smoke anything at all. And some withdrawal symptoms can come. Some fear can come. Some frustration, anger can come.
Yes, so many things are coming
Yeah.
to destroy.
To try and keep the addiction alive.
Yeah. It's so sometimes it's compelling. Even in the sleep, I feel.
If the rehab is open, maybe some psychotherapist you can tell us. So suppose the rehab is just open. Yeah? Then how many who start the rehab actually finish the rehab?
Yeah. No. What percentage normally it
I don't
is?
know. That's what our psychotherapist is
Psychotherapist
gone.
has gone.
What percentage of those who start rehab actually, if it was just open and not restricted, would actually stay? Depends. It's just very open, like satsang. let's say that it is possible to drop out. Although what is better is to continue, isn't it? But something which wants that addiction to continue, in fact, feels like the addiction is the only way to live. For many, it feels like to get better and better dressed concepts is the only way to live.
Yeah.
By moving from concept to concept and feeling like, wow, I started with concepts of so much duality, and now I have concepts of all this oneness. But as long as it's still a concept, it will not help. It's still a cigarette.
It seems the trick is it seems exciting. The trick is that it seems exciting. But it's a distraction actually. Yeah.
But sometimes also it can be that
The clarity is coming.
we move to the fanciest addiction, and then even that we find that I find no freedom in this, I find no space in this. You see? And then maybe some of us have to go through that, moving, changing, and then saying no. Even this does not help. Let me throw all of it away.
Yes.
So let's not presume anything about others. Are you willing to not buy another cigarette now?
Yeah. A little difficult. I got
That you
used,
bought, don't buy this one.
but then I want Muji
Huh?
and you know
Yeah,
I love Rajiji.
yeah,
I resonate with him.
yeah,
I can feel him
yeah.
even so far away.
Will that stop if you stop buying cigarettes?
I don't need, but that the energies get.
No, I'm saying that
Mm,
if you did not buy another thought, then would that energetic resonance with the love that you feel, with all the beautiful ones, will that stop?
yes,
Huh?
I have to stop. I have to be here. I
No,
don't
I'm
need.
saying will it stop? Because just because you don't buy thoughts anymore. So children who don't have thoughts before two, they don't experience any love for their mother, is it?
Yeah, thought has no value.
It has no value.
No, no
Yes.
value. Thought has no value.
Now, you see already it has no value. So then don't pay for it with your belief.
However,
Whatever it is selling you.
yeah, nothing is needed.
Nothing is needed.
Nothing is needed.
Yes.
And again, nothing is needed. But I love it to be with you, to be with Moji,
Yeah. Of course.
be with Ram.
But that's what I'm saying. This love of being doesn't have to go anywhere just because you're not buying thoughts.
Yeah.
This is love for what? Your own presence.
Yes, yes, yes.
Most other relationships that we have been used to have been around a sense of need. Like we've been calling it love.
Hmm.
It's been always about what do I need from this one? What do I want from this one? Why doesn't she or he give me what I want?
Sorry, but we lost your
Sorry, but
audio,
we lost
Father.
your audio, Father.
Yes, my dear. One sec. We had a lot of batteries. Is it working now? I can see it's working now. Maybe if I turn, maybe the switch was loose.
You said yes. Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
I
Krishna,
can see the
Krishna.
bars actually on the
Krishna,
screen.
Krishna.
Permanent. all that is in service to that which is permanent. All that is permanent, and also all that is in service to that which is permanent, does not rely on our thoughts. All that is impermanent and is personal relies on our thoughts.
Yes.
So even the love, peace, and joy, which is in service to your permanence, does not need a thought. You cannot think up love. You can only think up need.
Yes. What about the energies? What about the energies that come to, distract is so compelling sometimes. What do I do with them?
There's nothing to be done about the energy because if we can say like this, that what the energy wants, the distractive energy wants, is for you to feel like you want to do something about them. The more you energize it with your own attention and with concepts about it, the stronger it seems to become. In satsang,
Yeah, if I give it to you, it's
yeah,
finished. It's gone.
yes, energetically also something is working in satsang. But the more we speak about it, the more it becomes an expectation. Something should happen, something should change. All these are ideas. We are only addicted to the idea of being somebody. All ideas are selling us the story of this somebody. As we are coming to the recognition that we cannot be somebody, then we have no need for these ideas.
These are not ideas.
No, no, not
The,
your. I'm saying generally when we are talking about the addiction, this is what? The addiction is to what? The addiction is just to the idea of being somebody. As we have let that somebody devotion or inquiry, then what is the use of our thoughts, these ideas? Nothing. So what is not an idea, you were saying?
the compelling feeling in the body,
Closely?
the compelling feeling
Yeah.
in the body,
Mm.
these energetic
Yeah.
distractions
Yeah.
that want to take you away.
Yeah.
Uh,
Unless we think about them,
oh,
even
so
these are
first
not
there's a
trouble.
feeling, and then it becomes an idea.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the feeling is very natural for all these sensations, for all these so-called tendencies to arise. But to make it special or shameful, we need ideas.
Mm,
To make something out of it, to just another appearance, we need ideas.
correct.
To make guilt out of it, you need an idea. To make pride out of it, you need an idea.
Yes.
To make regret and remorse out of it, you need an idea.
Yeah.
Without even labeling it as anything, what is it? Just another appearance. just another sensation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's a there's a Jesus and a Judas in everybody.
Closer.
There's a Jesus and a Judas in everybody. I apologize for those who have wronged you on behalf of the man.
Father, we cannot hear you. Father, you're on mute. I think on the computer it's on mute. Ah, there you go.
It's okay. It's okay. You're trying to figure out what's not working here and there. So I don't know how much of the story you heard or missed, but there can be a very natural sense when children are growing up that oh, everything my father does is wrong, and I don't even, you know, feel like he should have been my father or something like that. It can come. And here also it played like this till I had my own children. So you don't have to worry so much about these things.
You need darkness. You need darkness for the light to shine. The light has to shine so the darkness goes away from the room. Yes. I've been with two great masters.
Can you? It's off. Battery?
Yes.
You didn't hear that.
If I may say, uh,
I don't know whether this everything is a upside and downside in this realm.
Hello.
Yeah, maybe where he was holding like this. Yeah. It's just magic hands. Maybe because where is the receiver? It's here. Maybe it comes closer when. No, no. That we have one. No? Yeah. You don't need a thought to sit close to me. And many times it can be that many in the room could be having this thought, maybe I should go close to him, I should go close to him, I should go close to him, but they're not moving. So it's not thought dependent. They're even believing the thought, but the action is not happening. And sometimes the action happens and the thought hadn't even come. And you say, I don't know what I'm doing here. It's independent. The mind story is that it is dependent on thought, but thought and action are independent. Because for there to be dependence on thought for the action, that would mean that there is an individual separate one that exists that needs this input. If everything is seen to be just one movement, then how can there be this sense of separate action, reaction? Just one movement. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Ziva? Maybe from the shop downstairs if you can get. You can sit here. There's Batima who said, Dear Ananta, can you please help me look? She can come.
Hello.
Hello, my dear.
Can you hear me?
Hello, my dear. Yes, yes.
So yeah, I feel a bit awkward. Hmm. So it seems to me, Ananta, that there is like this neutral awareness, which is background.
Yes.
It's always here, and it cannot be heard and stuff like that. And there is another awareness, which is like limited. And in my inquiry, I kind of try to understand that I get it. Sometimes I get this sense that this big neutral awareness is myself.
Yeah.
When that's when like a sense of great relief comes in. But in my experience, it happens involuntarily, kind of through grace of master or something like that. And it's only short. It's only I cannot rest in it. It's like very ungraspable.
Yeah.
You
mean the awareness?
And my wish is to.
The awareness is ungraspable, isn't it? Ungraspable, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And my kind of wish is to be able to rest as that whenever this compelling kind of desire to be that arises, you know? Yeah. Like I cannot, it feels like I can't do it on my own wish, kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now,
Now,
this awareness
awareness,
can we let it go?
can you let it go?
Loosen your grasp.
Loosen your grasp.
Maybe we mute.
Sorry, were you talking about the neutral awareness? No, I can't. No, it's always there. It's like, yeah. I mean, even if I go, it will stay here, the awareness. It feels like that. I can't hear you. Yes. I know. No, we can't hear you. Sorry.
Back to the internal.
Back to the internal.
You're kind of coming back in and out with the sound.
Okay, let's try for the next.
Okay, let's try for the next few.
It's coming and going or staying?
It's coming and going or staying?
It's okay at the moment.
It's okay at the moment.
It's okay at the moment.
Okay, so coming and
So,
going on voice.
coming and going on
Did not
voice.
come and go.
Come and go.
So you say,
So you say,
I go.
I go.
This awareness cannot go.
This awareness cannot go.
So the I
Yes.
which
So the I which went.
So the I what? Sorry.
I which went,
I which went.
Yeah.
which one?
Which one?
Well, I suppose it's an appearance, isn't it?
But you were
You
still there
were still there
to see that this appearance
to
went.
see that this appearance went.
How would you know that the appearance
How
went?
would you know that the appearance went?
It's a good question.
So the I which can go
I which can go
cannot be I.
cannot be I in the I.
Yeah.
It was still there
But still there
that something went.
that something went.
Hmm.
How can you make yourself
How can you make yourself
an appearance?
an appearance?
Is it possible?
Is it possible?
Yet it feels like that. I don't know. I know what you're saying though. It doesn't make sense.
This is good. We can take our time with
But we can take our time with
He's saying that there's
saying that
something
there
which
is
is moving about,
something moving about
which feels like I,
which feels like I,
Mm-hmm.
and
and
even this
even
comes and
this
goes.
goes.
Yes, yeah.
But to
I
see
suppose
that
if I
this
fall asleep.
See that
Yeah.
this goes,
Mm-hmm.
not coming and
there
going,
must be something which is not coming and going.
Yes. Yeah.
you see. So this dynamic
So
movement
this dynamic movement
can be
can
here
be
or not,
here or not,
presence or not,
presence or not,
but that which witnesses even this,
but that which witnesses even this,
that is unchanging.
that is unchanging.
And it is I,
And it is I,
because it is not an indirect
because it is not an
report.
indirect report.
Yes,
Because
yeah.
I know
Because I know
that something
that
came and something went.
and something went.
But it is not a mental
But
knowing.
it is not a mental knowing.
It is more direct than that.
It is more direct than that.
So this which is aware
So
that
this
something is
which is
here
aware that something that
is also aware
is also
it comes and this dynamic aspect is not there. It is impossible to separate yourself from this because this is yourself. This didn't go. I didn't get the echo. Oh, because you're on mute. Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Keep it open.
it's okay. Keep it open.
It's like there's a translator there, which
Like
is,
there's a translator there which is
but in the same language.
but in the same language.
It feels like I'm looking through the window of this. I don't know. And it's so close, this whatever is coming and going. It's like obscures the seeing, kind of like that. With all the commenting and stuff like that, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But without the believing the interpretation of this is the phenomenal perceiving or the seeing which is happening through this window of consciousness. Is that constricted in any way?
No, yeah. It's only when the believing is happening into thoughts, yes, yes. Yes, when there is no belief in thought, it's kind of there is no separation, as you say. Yes, it's like it's a open field.
Yes. Yes.
Hmm.
Now what has happened is
What happened is that
we got so used to
we
this
got so used to
underlying
this
thought.
underlying thought.
What's in it for me?
What's in it?
That even when we are looking about in our day-to-day life, we are buying this thought about what's in it for me. So we only feel like we must look at that which has some seeming value for this me. And in that way, our vision seems to have got constricted. But when we let go of this thought, what's in it for me, then there's a simple allowing of everything. And it seems like something suddenly opened up. When we are not concerned what something is bringing to us, what am I getting from this? When we are no longer concerned about these things, then in that simple allowing, it seems like something became more global, our vision, our seeing. Actually, the content of it might not have changed, but it is just the way of interpreting it which has been dropped, which seems so much more spacious now.
Yes, I completely understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that enough, Ananta? If I,
Yeah.
because this seems to be working here. Like, if you drop the belief, is that enough? Like, as as a kind of practice? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, do I have to inquire into it, like into this experience? Like, is it borderless and stuff like that, or is it just enough to be disallowing? Mm. Can't hear you. Mm.
Let's see
Yes, you're
now.
back now. I think.
Let's see now.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, in this simple allowing, which I'm very happy to hear you say, because that means that you've really assimilated the pointing, don't believe your next thought. You see? The don't believe your next thought is not a constricted state. It is just the simple allowing of all thoughts to pass through without giving it your belief. And in this simple allowing, you will find that all insights are automatically becoming apparent to you. Don't have to worry about anything else. Don't have to pick up anything at all. In this openness, all will reveal itself. All you have to do is, whenever life makes the space for you to be in satsang, just then the words of satsang are there, which are automatically doing something. You see, because this is consciousness speaking with consciousness alone. So don't have to pick up any doer and don't have to pick up the non-doer. Automatically something is being led here. So when we contemplate together, it can be very naturally followed without there being the sense that I have to do something. Am I doing this right or wrong? All these ideas can be dropped. You see? So in our normal day-to-day life, just simple openness, allowing everything to come and go. And as we are in satsang, just in this neutrality, something will follow on its own without having to pick up the identity of trying to do it properly or even inquiring properly or something like this. Nothing. Don't have to worry about all of this.
Thank you. It's most helpful.
Oh,
Thanks.
very good. Very good.
very good.
Awareness is not saying I am that or I am awareness. Awareness needs no proclamation. Awareness needs no confirmation also.
I don't really know exactly why. I just wanted to come up and there's been like some things. Maybe it's funny because I don't know how to even say, like maybe some things dancing and like some
Yeah.
energies coming, trying to get like attention and belief or something. And sometimes something will react a little bit, but then just see it and it's nothing. But I just felt to come up and just lay everything at your feet. And there's just so much, like, just trust. I don't know if it's complacency or something. Sometimes I thought like maybe I'm just being complacent, but I really don't. It doesn't feel, there's just, because there's been more contentment and peace and things, so there's not the same um, like feverishness as there used to be around seeking,
Yes.
but there's still like checking and looking and I don't know. Really don't know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to come up.
So these energies which you say come up for attention and belief, do they carry one consistent message, or is it a group of messages which are in the same family, or just random?
Well, yes, there's been some things, mostly just like a lot of, there can be just random little distractions
Right.
or something, and like just random little, but mostly one of the themes has been like with the body symptoms.
Right.
But it's funny because like there will be a thought like that, like for instance, a thought came like, I should expose this to Father because there's this fear that keeps coming up, but there's actually not a lot of worry or fear, like when I don't feel that like so much, but there can be, I don't know how to explain it, just maybe it, like attention and belief can go to this, but I don't know. It's like there's not this like, it's just these body symptoms and then like maybe I should look into this and I don't know. And
Yeah.
like I think if I was to say the biggest with the body stuff, like maybe the biggest thing is like, oh, what if there's neurological stuff,
Yes.
all of that.
Yes.
And but that's maybe that's the thing that can keep dancing and like, oh, what if it's, but I don't know, because I can go with that, but really right now it's just, and there's nothing. I don't know.
It's good that you're shining some light on this because, and tell me when you want me to stop because I don't know how much I'm supposed to say about
You
this or
can say
not.
whatever.
But you see, mostly for us, the experiences of disease is like temporary, 4 days, 5 days goes, whatever it is. But you have this which is what is lifelong. No? There's no cure which is found per se. So you have this condition which is just become constant in some way as long as his body is here, isn't it? So none of us should presume that we know what you're really going through, and we should not, you know, feel like we can tell you that you should just do this, and just don't think you're the body or something like this, because not coming from the truest place of direct experience. Even from here, I can't because I have not had this situation where something was said to be permanent. So I cannot speak from there. And yet something here is so clear now that everything that happens is grace. Isn't it? Even this. It's such beautiful grace because there is so much to inquire on. There's so much to just keep aside. And for some of us, it's life has put us into the situation when we say that I am not the body. It is something which cannot be so trivially said as sometimes can be said in satsang or Advaita circles. So trivially we can say, "Oh, I'm not the body." You see, but for someone who has been given this kind of diagnosis of the body, it can no longer just be like just a trivial statement. You see, just for intellectual discussion. So when it comes from you, I am not this body, then it really carries a strong force coming from you. Because very easy to say I'm not the body when nothing is happening to the body, when the body is not in pain. You see? But to have this, and I know the symptoms can just come and sometimes seem very strong, but you never know when they come, what can happen. You see? Direct seeing that I'm not this, and whatever this disease can take away from me is not original to me anyway, then that is very beautiful. It's also beautiful in a way because you really, it can be said like this, that there's really no time to fool around, is there? Yeah, really no time to fool around. So because of this gift is also there, which is that there might be others who are struggling, even in their old age, to be rid of some idea, some tendency, something. But with this diagnosis, then you know that it makes something very clear, isn't it? It makes a lot of things very clear, and you just feel like, oh, there's no time for this stuff. There's no time for this stuff. You see, so that is in that way, it's automatically helping you. Otherwise, you can just be, oh yeah, there's time for this time for this. When you say that this is here and there are scary internet reports about what can happen and things like this, then in a way that is also good because it says, okay, if this can happen to this body here, then there's really no time. Yeah. So now, this is a great blessing because for the rest of us, we might spend our entire life just feeling there's a lot of time, there's a lot of time, and right up to the end, and suddenly something happens and poof. But here it's clear, and you've been given enough time for this to for this grace to be here to see that actually I don't have so much time. It's a great chopping away of these distractions. You see? So if the fear comes that what will happen if you get some neurological paralysis or something like this, no, this kind of fear. You see? It can sound really terrible like that. You see? But it's also very beautiful in a way because every moment then is met with so much gratitude, you know, so much love. You see? Yeah. And there's so much to be grateful for because at least you're here in satsang and you're directly experiencing your eternal self. Whereas so many who have the same disease could just be wandering about so frightened and so attached to the body. So we can send our blessings to this entire manifest creation. All our prayers to everyone, whatever their affliction might be. And may the rest of us
Like I
always
believe
remember
in this, but I don't know. It's
always
like
remember not to
there's not this like it's just
say
these
these
body
words. I'm
symptoms,
not the
and
body
like
so easily and
maybe I should
so.
look into this. And, I don't know. And
May it always come from our direct experience of what we are, denial. All that can go, including this body, is not really you, isn't it? And in that way, irrespective of the state of the body, there can never be any separation between us. isn't it? And my prayer is that as long as this body is here, may Guruji's grace provide everything that is auspicious for this body also. And who knows, maybe the food and water of India can snap this disease out of you. It supposedly has no cure. Good.
I used to have something where all the doctors said you're going to have this for the rest of your life, and it's uncurable, and then it went, and it's like purely God's grace. But that just sometimes what like modern medicine says doesn't really, you know. So just I wouldn't believe what the doctors say.
So much.
But who knows?
Don't believe the doctor's next thought.
Just grace, and I'm grateful for everything. So grateful, and everything has just been a way to inquire and look, and so I know just whatever has to happen and whatever needs to come is fine, and I welcome it.
Very
Completely.
Nothing moves without the will of consciousness. And whatever it does, even the seemingly most terrible things, is for a sense of joy in it, enjoyment in it. sometimes we see movies where some are told that they're going to have very short lives. Some are told like this. But maybe that short life can be much more enjoyable than suppose it was thrice as long or something. Actually, this someone saw my hand when I was very young. You know this story? Yeah. And they said astrologer who was very good supposedly said, "No, you're going to die at 27." Very matter of factly. And 27 just came and it went. And here I am at 41. This body is here. We never know what is meant to move. Just yesterday, someone was saying, yesterday or day before, someone said that it is not the death I'm worried about. It's more the pain and the suffering which is scary. You know? It can seem like that. It's very good that you're in satsang because what are we truly understanding when we say openness, non-resistance? We're truly understanding the power of acceptance. And even pain, in the acceptance of it, doesn't seem as strong as that pain which is resisted. So sometimes the prayer can come from here that makes or afflicts all of you. May all that afflicts this entire manifest realm May it just be experienced here. May none of my children suffer from any of this. This can come. And then laughter comes after that, because I know that if my father has said that this is the way the play will be, and this world is full of its afflictions, then who am I to question that and ask for something different? Hmm?
Sometimes a prayer will come like something like "Let me not identify" or something. But then, even if there's identification, I know that that's even seen, and I feel like that's
Yeah.
your problem. And I don't know.
You don't have to struggle with it, because even
Yeah.
that is not yours to deal with now.
Yeah.
Even all this is such a wonderful play, isn't it?
Yeah. And like you said, there's so much gratitude for
Very
everything.
So already now you're not meeting anyone as your body, you're not meeting anyone as Anandi. Just meet them as your presence. May they only experience your presence. And may presence speak through your mouth. May presence hear through your ears. May presence smell everything, touch everything, taste everything. It is already so. Okay, Aparna is here. And then Devika can come if she's still there. Hello. You wanted to come up or Mama wanted to come up? You want to speak on the mic? No? Very good.
When I came today, it felt very light, Father. Very light. I didn't come with any pain or any suffering, even though so much is happening. Um, I felt joy coming here.
Is there a and then in the story? No. Some stories you just don't, you feel like
Yeah.
there should be no and then.
Mind doesn't work, and that's the reason why I want to come here.
Yes,
Because there's no
exactly.
mind when I come near you. But what I've been noticing past couple of days is, it's not a report, but what is there's so much happening, you know. As I said in the posted on the heart, this one, that I can't stand if somebody is doing mistakes, or no matter who it is, you know. But after last time I met and I had a conversation with you about my brother, mother, and all, I can see the changes now. My brother has been very friendly, and with her, actually, he's trying to patch up with her, trying to be very loving and all those things. And I can see slight changes in my mom also. Not so much like retaliating, no, not those things and all. And I can see that there's a lot of actions, reactions, and interactions going on in here. When these things are happening, I don't feel that I'm doing it or something. If it's sticky, I feel it and I post it there. That's thing is happening. Having said this, there's also, as you said, I don't feel that it's. I don't know. It's like, how you feel. It's all grace and all those things, because right now what
You don't feel it's all grace.
I don't, yeah, something like that. And whatever is happening now is typical, like,
Does grace have an opposite? And
no.
what is not grace?
I don't know. No, because it's like typically if you're involved in the family, how it is,
Yeah.
trying to sort out things and all. But the the good thing is there's no me.
Yeah.
There's no me there.
Yeah.
I don't feel I'm doing it,
Yeah.
or there's no stickiness to whatever happens. So that thing I can see. But I see that I have one understand what they're doing,
No.
what mistakes they're doing.
You've taken my mirror and gone home, is it?
I don't know. No, but
Because
it's
all I say, all I have is a mirror.
hmm.
Now I don't have mirror also because you took it to show your family.
I don't know, Father. Maybe your presence or your grace is working. I don't know. This
But you're
is
not shining the light on them judgmentally.
no, 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 no.
Yes.
I'm not judging
Yeah.
them, but I'm trying to show them what they're doing.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much they're taking it. Some understand, some don't. And it's joy for me to do it. It makes me
Give
happy.
example, because I'll understand better if you give me an example.
My brother sometimes he doesn't listen to what my dad
So you
says.
try to explain.
So I tell him, and if I put some suggestions or anything, they take it. And my mom is very much into all those believing into negativity and all those things. So I told her, explained her that it's not outside, something like that, in a very the way she understands.
Yeah.
I think she took it. She didn't retaliate, kind of thing. So this is how it is happening. Few things here and there. These things are. It doesn't make sense again. What I'm talking, it doesn't make sense. Uh, for me, right now, there's no satsang. There's no feeling that I have to be inside. I don't even also. No, this is how involved I
Otherwise, I got
am.
married.
So is this all like? This is how it is flowing at the moment.
Yeah,
Like
it is
it's
how it
coming
is
up.
flowing.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. That was an easy question. Yes, it is how it is flowing.
Yeah. There is no complaining about it. But yesterday I had this thought that you're not very, always you have to be happy and smiling and, um, something like that. If you're
Free.
free or something. But I'm not sad as
Yeah.
well. I'm not sad, or anybody says it doesn't bother me at all.
Doesn't have to be always happy.
Huh.
In fact, naturalness is better, I would say, than some sort of a fake happiness or something.